Good morning. This is Brother Canoke. I know it's been a while since I've come on here. I just want to say a few things that are on my heart and let you guys know where I'm at with a few things in my life and to encourage you guys. Right now, I'm on a spiritual journey that I never thought I'd be at. I'm going on a spiritual mission from Anokeesaid, and it's taken a lot of time, prayer, and meditation on the word of Anokeesaid and listening to the Wakadash to understand what exactly I've had to do or need to do. So right now I'm planning on going on a journey for several months and telling them that I'm basically going to be a part of the community out in Iowa for a while so I can grow closer to the things of Anokeesaid, so I can also help the other communities that we are a part of. I'm not doing this for myself. I'm just doing this because it's what Anokeesaid wants me to do. And one of the precepts that I've come upon during this spiritual journey has been in Psalms 119, and in verse 9, where it says, "Wherefore shall a young man cleanse his way by taking heed unto thy word?" And it says, cleanse thy way by taking heed according to thy word. A lot of us throughout life, we pick up bad habits. We pick up those things that we should not be picking up. And then there's the distractions of the world, and whenever we get stressed out and stuff, it's sometimes hard, especially with this COVID stuff going on and hitting our families and friends, and the things that the enemy is trying to use to discourage us. It can be difficult, but if we meditate upon those things, and cleanse ourselves of all unrighteousness, it's a workman, needs to study Anokeesaid's word. And in Psalms 119:18 it says, Open thine eyes, that I may behold wondrous things out of thy law. I am a stranger in the earth. Hide not thy commandments from me. My soul breaketh for the longing that it hath unto judgments at all times. And that's my prayer right now. That's been my prayer since I started this journey. And I don't take this journey lightheartedly. I did a lot of fasting and prayer and meditating upon all these things, and I want to give a shout out to all the elders and One Nation, One Power, and the people of the Brotherhood of Christ Church community out in Iowa. Like people like Abdullah and Sabal and Grandpa in the community over in Iowa, and Minister Yield in Arizona, and other ministers and other brothers and sisters in this faith that have, without even knowing it, have confirmed things that I should be doing. And, one of the things that I've been thinking about is, what is your guys' fruit? What is my fruit? What are we producing? Are we wholeheartedly seeking after the things of Anokeesaid and his will? Are we taking the time every single morning, noon time, dinner time? Are we seeking after the things of Anokeesaid? And it's there's a saying that Abdullah has mentioned several times in some of his lessons, where he talks about every idle thought is a prayer. What are you meditating on, basically? Do you know the feelings of Anokeesaid? Do you know what he wants? Because when you're praying, are you saying, I need this, or I want this? You may not use the same words, but your thoughts are, well, I need this because I'm worried about all this. Or I want this because I can't deal without this. In reality, we need to learn how to depend on Anokeesaid and depend on the Wakadash for everything. And that's why it's important for us to make it a priority for us to seek after the things of Anokeesaid and his word and the things of the Wakadash. Listen to her. Thank Matzah the Lamb for, Jesus, and for everything he's done for us. I mean, you got to read in the books of remembrance all that he has done. The Bible and the Book of Mormon do not give you a good example of everything that Yeshua and Jesus, or Matzah the Lamb, or whatever you want to call him, has done for us on our behalf. Have you thanked him lately for that? Have you thanked Anokeesaid for your daily substance, your daily needs? I mean, we're unworthy to receive it, because it's only through grace and mercy. It's only through, us being a part of him that we fulfill not only his dreams, but ours as well. Our ambition should be that we go after the things of Anokeesaid in his word. And, by seeking after him and his word, you actually achieve what your dream and ambitions are. I know it's counterproductive to think that because of worldly standards, but if you seek after the things of him, and you're working in everything that according to his will and according to his righteousness, and his feelings, you've been trying to communicate with the Urkadeshi and getting closer and closer to the point where it disgusts you to be in a part of this world. Like, quite literally, I go into Walmart or I go into a grocery store and it disgusts me about the food that's on the shelves that is like GMO and all this other baloney, I guess you'd call it. It just, it's basically, to me, I can see how the enemy is working now and how the Durkadar Shoy are using things that we think we take for granted every day, like, oh yeah, it's a car. No, it's not just a car. It's a tool that, came about because of man's laziness and because of the Durkadar Shoy. And, now Anokeesaid can still use it, but I mean, that's just one example. It's just, you know, little things like that, like, our cell phones. Like, there's a lot of things that pop up on, like, your cell phones, like the temptations there to look at things you shouldn't be, or, you know, stress shopping or whatever. There's all kinds of, like, things that pop up that the Dirk or Destroy and the enemy put in front of you. And they know, after studying you, they know your weaknesses, And the thing is if we're in this war, this spiritual war, that is not against flesh and blood, but against spiritual things, then we know that we have to be on our knees praying. We have to plead the blood over our family and our friends and, over our elders in this truth, That's basically all I have for today. I don't get on here very often because I just don't. It's not what I do. I only do it because of the guidance of the Wakadash. With that being said, you guys have a good day. You guys stayed prayed up, stayed studying in the Word, and continually praying for one another, helping one another, seek after the things of Anokeesaid. Purify thyself, cleanse thyself from all unrighteousness, Thank you guys. Shalom.